My mom's name was Linda. Orange was her favorite color. I'm an only child. My mom was, in fact, my best friend. Actually, the type that talked a million times a day. Call her with the littlest of inconvenience, just to let her know how green my grass was. Some of the clouds are rolling in. It's my favorite kind of day. Ashley, I just don't know why you like these dark, rainy days. That's just so gothic. She was high school sweethearts with my dad. They got together when they were 17 years old, married at 21, and had me when they were 28. My mother passed away 2 months before they would be celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary. My mom has always been very motherly, was born to be a caretaker. She was the second oldest of her siblings. My meemaw worked at the mill overnight, so she put mama in charge of all the kids because she knew that she could trust her to make sure everybody got in bed, ate dinner, got up for school on time. You do not need a wake-up call in a hotel. You do not need to worry that you're gonna be late for a flight because Mama, call me at 7 o'clock. She will call you at 6:45. 7 o'clock, time to get up. My mom was a mom to everybody. All of my friends even referred to her as Mama, knew that they could call her anytime, no judgment, no questions asked. My mom would be there for them. I still get messages from friends back in the day and just remembering all the funny sayings that she would say. She helped me move into my apartment after 9/11. My apartment wasn't ready, and so I had to fly home the day before 9/11. It's amazing how the universe works. September 18th, we flew back to New York. Out of uncertainty, we stayed up every night till 4 in the morning, putting together furniture with a toolkit that my dad sent with me because he said, you cannot go live in a big city and not have a toolkit. We ordered Chinese food, sushi, watched Emerald Lagasse. My mama ended up knowing all of the people at the bodega. Linda, what do you want? 2 bacon, egg, and cheese on a roll and 2 coffees. Loved her. In New York, people don't really say good morning. No, if my mama's in the elevator, she's saying good morning every time. Good morning. And people would kind of, good morning. She's like, have a good day. Mom, nobody talks to each other in New York. Well, I'm not from New York. I'm from Georgia. And in Georgia, we talk. Don't forget where you came from, Ashley Danielle. We had sororities in our high school. My cousin Laurie was the president of the sorority. They were having a Woodstock party because it was all about Dazed and Confused was the vibe. My cousin Laurie, and on the way up, she goes, if the cops come, just run. Drop what you got and run. Okay, see cops, run. The party was so fun. I was dancing with Mr. Mixon, in fact. Such my crush. But you know, somebody gets hit over the head with a beer bottle and ruins the whole vibe. Cops show up. What do? I turn around and I run. I just did what she told me to do. I ended up in the sticker bushes. It was degenerate behavior. The cops tell me to jump in the back of a pickup truck and find my way to my friend's house. Okay. Already late. It's 2 a.m. This was before cell phones, y'all. We didn't have cell phones. We had beepers, okay? But my beeper wasn't working because we had a party in a landfill. Don't ask questions. That's what we did. Hello? Hey, Mom, you're late. I'm like, I know, I'm late. I'm sorry. But I'm here. I'm about to go to bed. Okay, well, how's Kate? Is Kate good? Kate's fine. She's just in the bathroom. Miss Ma'am, Kate is in jail along with your cousin. I'm like, you don't understand. I was running from the cops all night. And I hear my dad laughing in the background. My mom is pissed. You get your stuff together. We're coming to pick you up. I bit every fingernail off. I was so nervous. Because the thing about my mom is she has Julia Sugarbaker vibes. She will give you a full read just like this. And to me, that's scarier than yelling at somebody. But she was pissed. My dad, not so much. She made me go home and throw away my clothes from that night. I don't want to remember any part of this night. Put those clothes in this bag. And I still remember Daddy had given me a $20 bill. It was in the back pocket, but I was afraid to tell her. While living in LA, I took up a little hobby of going hiking. Runyon Canyon is the club, okay? It is not like hiking up Mount Kilimanjaro, okay? It's the club. And that's where everybody walks and takes their dog. And that's where my friend Adrian and I would go hiking. Club Runyon. My mother was not having it. She wrote me an email, Ashley, you need to think hard about hiking in Runyon Canyon. There are rattlesnakes and mountain lions. And I know you could just not live with your face messed up if a mountain lion attacked you. Mom, let me tell you, mamas are always right, because the next day Adrian and I went hiking. What did we see? A rattlesnake. That was the last time we went hiking. I never told her that because she couldn't be right. Finally, my last bit of living in New York, I said, okay, I'm done. I'm ready to move home. We rented a U-Haul. We loaded that baby up. Mind you, I stayed out the night before till 5 a.m. with my friends. I was so hungover the next day. She was so mad. I cannot believe that you are making me do this by myself. I'm so hungover. Oh, you are gonna owe me big time for this. I had an English bulldog at that time named Sophie. So Sophie was also with us in the U-Haul. It took us about 2 days. The hotels wouldn't allow pets. We couldn't go in the elevator because we couldn't let anybody see that we had a dog. I was carrying the luggage. My mom was carrying Sophie with a blanket over her head up the stairs. We could barely get through it because she was laughing so hard. She laughed so hard she peed her pants. And then I peed my pants. Couldn't even talk. It was so funny. Flat tire somewhere in West Virginia. I swear I heard a banjo. This is how scary movies start, Mama. It was scary, okay? My mother and I had a very different relationship than most people. We were very close, but we would argue a lot too. But the arguing never meant anything. Rawr! And then we'd be fine. And that's just how we were. Some people didn't understand it, but we did, and that's all that matters. I was in the U-Haul, and I was so irritated because it was uncomfortable, number one. Number two, I'm 6 feet tall, and I just have no room to put my legs. Ready to be home. I had my legs propped up. She asked me something, I just like, rah! She goes, Ashley Danielle, you are like a praying mantis. You're just ready to bite my head off, any little thing. I just died laughing. It's so true. I used to, but it was so funny, like the way that she would come back at me. What I would give to have one of those little arguments with her. She was the type that loved anybody without judgment. It doesn't matter what you have done in your life. You deserve love, and she was going to give it to you if nobody else did. The things that she did for me, I can never repay or express how thankful I am. If it was one person who I knew would always be proud of me, it was my mom. It didn't matter how big or little, she was always going to be proud of me. And what I would give to have her see me now and help me walk through this stage of life, because it's definitely not easy. If you have a relationship with your mom, really cherish it. Answer the call. Don't take it for granted. I still have my mom's texts in my phone, and I still have a voicemail of her saying, Ashley, call the house phone. I can't find my cell. Just those little things, right? I'm holding on to with everything because that's all I have. Her favorite singer is Stevie Nicks. She loved Fleetwood Mac. Anytime Leather and Lace comes on, I know that that's Mama. And the kids do. Anytime it comes on, they're like, there's Gigi. We find little things that remind us of her. I do not know how long we're here. If you're having an argument, if you're having a stupid fight, if internet drama over things that don't mean anything at the end of the day, let it go, fix it, or move on. There's just not enough time for us to be living like that. There are just so many other things that we could be doing, like helping each other, giving somebody love who needs it, not judging others for things that they like or they don't like. It's gotten really out of hand, and my mom would be getting on to all y'all right now. Happy birthday, Mama. I put on a full face of makeup just for you. She always told me, honey, you gotta put on some lipstick before you head out of this house. So I did a full glam for Mama today. Love you, Mama.